This map first impressions video is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Dondiego. This map can be found over at modhoster.de, and this is a 4X map. This map is also a convert over from Farm Sim 17, which apparently was also converted over from Farm Sim 15. And to some degree, I kind of have a little bit of affection for this map. It was actually one of the first map first impressions videos I did way back in Farm Sim 17. So let's read a little bit of the description and then we'll go ahead and jump on in. It says, welcome to Dondiego, well-known map for Ls15 and 17. This is a four-fold map with standard fruits. There are 61 fields from medium to large, 2 trains, a large yard. On the farm, we have large stores for all fruits, including seed, lime, and fertilizer, with a capacity of 2,500,000 liters. Additional storage for liquid fertilizer and pesticides, manure, digestate, workshop, refillable, and refillable filling stations are also on the main farm. All buildings in the yard are placeable. There are 12 sell points, including the BGA. In the garden center, you will have 2 shopping centers with favorable prices for seed, fertilizer, lime, liquid fertilizer, and pesticide. Also, in the sugar factory is a shopping point for lime. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Go ahead and pull up the log. See, the map is loading in right now. All the placeables, all the starting equipment. We are starting this in new farmer mode. And let's go ahead and take a look at the PDA. Oh, let's zoom on out here. We are a bunch of fields, and these fields are big. Remember, this is a 4X map. So while these fields don't necessarily look that large right now, factor in that these things are pretty darn big. Go to the land section. See that we start out by owning the area of the main farm and field 19 and 26. That is it. Let's take a look at some of the prices for these lands. So field 14 is $1 million. Field 18, this section of forest, is $139,000. Check out some more. Basically, it looks like each land set is basically a field and a little bit of extra maybe. There are a couple dedicated forest areas that we can purchase. Looks like. Little old field 49 is $145,000. 53 is $187,000. Little old field 8 down there, $180,000. 25 is $94,000. There you go. Point. So let's take a look at our sell points. We have several sell points, as was listed in the description. On new farmer mode, you also get some starting crops in your silo, and look at that capacity, 2.5 million liters per crop. So have sell points for eggs and milk, several sell points for eggs and milk, 3 sell points for wool, a couple different sell points for so I think this is forage. This is wood chips, and that is chaff maybe. Pair of sell points for silage, hay, straw, and grass. And we even have a couple sell points, interesting enough, for pig food. I'm not sure if we have the capability of making pig food. That would be a first. Farm Sim 19. All right, let's take a look at the starting fleet. So in new farmer mode, you start out with a pair of John Deere tractors. 6230R and the 6135M that range in horsepower from 142 to 280 horsepower. We've got the John Deere T560. And we have the matching John Deere grain header that goes with it. We've got the 1978 pickup truck, AgriLiner tipper, the Agrimaz plow, Porsche cultivator, got the Agrimaz planter, or seeder, I should say, party sprayer, the Breedal fertilized spreader, Bergman loading wagon, and then we start out with all of the large pastures. Got our farm silo, liquid manure digestate storage, farm gas station that we can actually store gas in. This isn't just a purchase point. You can deliver gas and pull gas out. Liquid fertilizer and herbicide storage. Again, this isn't just a fill point. This is where we will be placing it for storage. Medium bunker, pole barn, shed, a couple sheds. Water station, a rather unique looking water station. Fountain, farmhouse, and our power washer. And nothing is leased. Now, if you do this map on farm manager mode or start from scratch, the buildings will still be here. You'll be able to sell them, but they will still be in the map. You won't start with any starting equipment. You will have all the buildings that you can either keep or sell should you so wish. Let's go ahead and explore a little bit of the starting farm here. Of course, we've got the farmhouse. Interesting enough, it is from South American map. Let's see if we've got a sleep trigger or not. Yep, we've got the sleep trigger. Good enough. That's the fountain that we get. We've got automatic gates. Pretty cool. So here is the fuel station. So this is where we're going to deliver the fuel. And then we're going to pull up here to fill from here. Some of our equipment over here. We've got a wash station. These two buildings have been, I think, put together a little bit too close. We got some texture flashing there. Would have been nice if maybe the mod author had separated those buildings a little bit. Also, a little dark. I think they've got maybe the wrong shader on them. Got our silo over here. And some additional equipment way over there. This is a massive, massive farmyard. So here we have the silo out. Little green laser. Know where you're going. Got the fill dump point right there. And let's go ahead and walk on down here. We've got all of our animal areas all lined up here in a row. This is the liquid fertilizer storage. If that gauge works to give you an idea how much is in there. Repair shed and our water tower. Milk or cow pasture here, cow enclosure. And here we've got that slurry digestate. And what is it, liquid manure? Let's see what it was again. It's our liquid manure and digestate storage, yes. This is where you would fill it out. And the dump point is around on the other side. Right here. Now, let's just check here. Go to placeables. Can we put this? Yes, we can. Look at that. We could put down. Let's check silos. Can we put down the big? Look at that. All the stuff. Oops, we don't have enough money. all the stuff we can buy and put back down. That is great news. Including the fountain, sheds, and we've got all 3 farmhouses to choose from. We can pick out which farmhouse we want if we don't like the South American looking farmhouse. So that is pretty cool indeed. So that is basically the starting farm. There's no reason for us to fire up any other game mode because there isn't any real difference with the start farm other than the fact that you don't start with any equipment. It would be nice to see under farm manager mode and start from scratch that the farmyard start blank. Since we can obviously buy all of these things in the placeables area, it would be nice to be able to plop them down wherever we wanted to. Of course, we could go in here and sell them all, but now we've got the money. Unless we go and edit the save game, then we've got more starting money than maybe we should or want to have. Let's go ahead and get our retriever here. And let's check let's look for the shop. Here it is. And there is our retriever. So let's go ahead and look around here. Now, I will tell you one thing. If you download the map from modhoster.de and you discover that you don't have any sell points, okay? First thing to check is the file name different? Did you rename it in any way from how it was downloaded? If it did, if it is renamed, then change it back to how it was downloaded, and you should have your sell points back. That is something that seems to have come up a few times in some comments, and I think we finally have figured out what is causing some people's maps when they download to not have sell points. Let's go ahead and make our way over here. We only have 2 sell points on this little island over here. Overall, this map is fairly flat as far as terrain goes. And we are going to ride around the train here in a little bit. I like to do that in the map video. It gives us another perspective. Of course, all the fields are very, very square. Lots of room as far as to drive around, very wide roads. I remember doing I remember in 17 when the Big Bud came out, I did a video basically, top so many maps that were suited for the Big Bud. And this was one of the maps that I had basically selected to basically evaluate how well it was for the Big Bud. And it ranked fairly high. It missed on a few points, but it ranked fairly high. And one of the rankings that it ranked high on was the ability for the Big Bud to basically get around the map. Some maps had very, very big fields, which would have been good for Big Bud field work, but the roads to get around were kind of tight and very difficult for extra large equipment. But this map was not the case. As you can see, we've got very wide roads and lots of area off to the sides. No fences or poles to deal with. Down here, the harbor. Oh, I almost did miss that one. So the harbor, the harbor is showing its age. This was just like the first iteration of Riverview. Harbor is definitely showing its age here. It could definitely do with a texture revision. Let's go ahead and make our way down south to the train station. Let's take a look around as we are driving around here. For somebody that wants big open fields, Dondiego may be your ticket. That is a definite. Got some fields with actually some elevation changes. Tell that this is a 4x map simply because of the time that it takes. This huge bridge. Time that it's taking for us to drive around here. I've got the foot on the floor. We're going 60 miles an hour. And basically, when you look at the PDA, how fast we are moving, across the map, it don't look like we're moving very quick. Trust me, I've got the foot on the floor. We are, motoring down as fast as we can. That also gives you a general sense of how big these fields really are. Interesting buildings there, probably from way back in the 15. If I were to knock the map at all, I would probably just knock it on just the overall age of the textures. Wishing we would see rejuvenated textures. Here's one of the trains we're going to ride in. Oh, well, I didn't want to go through the fuel, but I started to skid. Luckily, I didn't crash into anything. Let's see here. Where is the dump point for here? This is the, I think this is the dairy where we would come to bring our milk, I think. Just looking for trigger markers. Right there they are. Here we got a trigger marker for our milk, I believe. Let's just check. Indeed, milk is the only thing that is accepted there. Grain mill over here. Lots of sell points. Remember doing a nugget hunt video on this map back in 17. Kind of depressed that Giants got away with the nuggets. Little on the depressing side. That was kind of fun sometimes, just to explore the map. It gave the map author the capability of basically getting you to go to places you might not normally go by the fact that you had to go and find nuggets. We've got the transport hub here. This is a grain transfer station to transfer grain from train to trailer and from trailer to train. Both lines come through here. Got some sort of mill over here. Again, this is definitely showing its age. We've got the wrong shaders here for sure, the way it's so dark compared to everything else. Lines almost, parking lot lines there almost glow as a result. It's not a functional knock on the map, just a just a visual thing. I hope it does get. Hope the map gets updated at some point, maybe with enhanced or the correct shaders on some of these buildings, or have the building assets swapped out for some more modern assets that have the better shaders to them. Get the sell point for what looks like liquid manure and manure. Let's go ahead and check. We've got the garden center here. Oh, that was where we could buy. Right? Yep. They are going to sell manure, slurry, and digestate here. That's what that is right there. And what does this say? I don't know what that says. So the description say again, at the garden center, you have 2 shopping centers for favorable price for seed, fertilizer, lime, and liquid fertilizer and pesticide. So this must be where we can purchase liquid fertilizer and pesticide. And over here, maybe purchase seed and fertilizer and lime. It's pretty cool. Way over here to the spinnery. I think we've seen traffic, right? Don't have a lot of traffic, but I think we have seen some traffic here. Have to keep an eye on it now. Oh, roller coaster ride here. Ooh, haha. That'll make you lose your lunch. Here we've got the spinnery right here. It's interesting how some maps you just kind of remember. You don't maybe remember before you get in the map, but once you start exploring the map, you're like, oh yeah, this is where that was. This is where that other thing was. Got a few full fuel points here on the map, which is a good thing given the size. You don't want to get caught off guard and be halfway across the map and need fuel and realize that you are running low. Do like that terraced and elevated part of the town there. That was pretty cool. Supermarket. So we do have some folks just wandering around the supermarket. Still on the lookout for traffic. We got a little beach over there. It's cool. Lots of cool little aspects to the map. Go over here to Silo 4. Grain elevator is way up north. It's not that, it's even further up there. That appears to be another grain transfer station slash silo. Let's see, get up here to the grain. We'll go up here to the grain elevator real fast. Then we'll make our way back down at the heating plant and a few of these sell points here at the bottom of the map. Then we'll jump in the train. So you know what? Bridge is the train bridge. We're going to have to run on the train tracks in order to go across the river here. It's like this sell point is closed, it looks like. The sign says out of order. Oh, that's interesting. We have I thought we had like doors were barred or were covered with like plywood. That would have been pretty funny. Don't try this at home, kids. Alright, so up here is, what is it called? Grain elevator? Yep. Here's the grain elevator. And we've got some pretty aged buildings here. But if you can manage to ignore that, I think you would have yourself pretty good time here on the map. With the emergence of courseplay now, you'll be able to set up your workers on these big fields and have multiple fields working at the same time, multiple implements, and everything going on at the same time. It'll be much more easier to manage than having to drive everything around all over the place. Got a few spots around the map. It looks like that we could put placeables or other buildings. Potentially put factories in when they become a thing. And with the field so flat, you can definitely just use the landscaping feature and just make that a nice flat area, concrete or gravel or dirt or whatever, to put a building down. Ooh. Got animated boats running around the river. Give the waterways a little bit of life. We have our biomass heating plant. Come in here and sell our wood chips. Motor on down here. Got several sell points coming up. And like I said, we're going to jump on the trains and take a ride around both. Got a sell point and our animal dealer. A mashup of Farm Sim 17 and Farm Sim 19 buildings here. And across the way, we've got a couple more sell points. Looks like it's the sawmill. Our log cell point and our wood chip cell point. So here we have our logs. Water puddles are just outstanding. In 19, I think, we have our cell point for wood chips. Let's head on down here to the sugar factory, sugar mill, lime station, and the other train silo. Then that will conclude our tour on the retriever. We've seen this building. If you've played 17, watched my 17 map reviews, map videos, we've seen this building quite a lot. This is the classic sugar factory. You got to come in here and make your way around the back, weaving in around here. And then the dump point is right here. Its conveyor belts are. Then you make your way around. Try not to run over things. And make your way back out. Lime station in there somewhere. I didn't see it. Must be under that building. Then here we have our train transfer / train silo. Let's go ahead and hitch a ride in the train here. Where are we at? We're way up here. Just going to ride around on this train for a little bit. Take a look around at the sights. Trees on that side. I'm not going to be able to swing the view and look the direction I want to look, so we're just going to have to look this way for a little bit. Till we get out of the woods here. And then we'll start looking. That's the harbor point that we looked at earlier. There's the dairy that we were looking at. Coming up to that train transfer station. So this line basically will run the east side of the map, and then the other train line will run the west side of the map. I think that is about the train line. It's about to make a turn here and go back over the bridge. Go ahead and jump in the other train. Out here. Across the map. So guys, what do you think of Dondiego? Let me know in the comments what you think. Is this a map that you're interested in playing? Those of you that have been looking for a big 4X map with big fields, here you go. This fits both of those bills. Quite nice. Fields might not be interesting in shape, but there are numerous fields, and they are pretty darn big, so they should keep you busy for quite a while. I'm going to go ahead and close this out here. We're going to go ahead and finish riding the train around. You see there, that is a starting farm right there in front of us. We're going to go ahead and finish riding this train around a little bit. Just keeping quiet. So if you want to just go ahead and end the video here, you can. Otherwise, hang on out and enjoy the train ride till the end. Till next time, guys, happy farming.